Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Happy Harvest Homestead. You are looking at the last batch of chicken eggs we are going to hatch this year. They are on day 20 of incubating, and some of them are starting to crack open. Right there. One right there. This little guy right there. And you can also hear the baby chicks kind of peeping in there. And I can hear this egg kind of like the cracking noise of the beak pushing out more. Even though we've hatched so many batches of eggs this year, it's always really fun to watch them hatch and have them as newborns. They're so cute and fluffy, though they are very loud. And definitely the first one or two times was more fun than these latter few times, but it still is pretty cool. So we just had a few little cracks this morning, and it's still a full day before they're supposed to hatch. And look what I found! So now I have to plug in the drying off incubator. Then let's get this little guy out of here into the other brooder, or incubator. Close it up. Then get his eggshell out of here so that the other chicks have more room. And I see lots more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just from this angle. But isn't he just so cute? Guys, look! Another chick just hatched. Look, his head just popped out. It's just his head. That's so cute. Oh my gosh. Here, let me help and get you some more room. Because right now you can't bend down very well to crack the rest of yourself out, huh? Here, let's move you to over here, okay? Let's move you right there. Oh, and then this guy's almost done coming out. Here, I can tell you're having a hard time. You don't have enough room, do you? Let me help you out. You did the hard work of breaking out. Let's move you to the other incubator. There you go. Now you have a little friend. Look who's almost out of his shell. He just doesn't have quite enough room. Here, let me move this little guy for you. Is that better? Yes, that's so better. Welcome to the world. Welcome. Okay, I think I'm going to go to bed pretty soon. So we've had 3 chicks hatch so far. Let's see how many more are hatched tomorrow morning. It's now the next morning, and we have 14 chicks hatched. Isn't that crazy? It is now nighttime, and we've only had 1 more chick hatch, bringing our total up to 15. There are still quite a few eggs in there who have not hatched. We're going to give them a few more days, though most of the time all the eggs hatch at once. There are sometimes a few chicks who are a little bit late. So while 15 is a decent hatch rate, we may get a few more as well. And as you can see, these guys are getting really fluffy and cute. They're all pretty much dried off. I'm going to wait till tomorrow morning to put them out in the brooder. I don't want to do it at night because it might be too cold for them and I'm not able to check on them often. And I don't want to do it in the middle of the day because going from this nice cool house to the super warm summertime temperatures outdoors may be too much of a shock for them. So I figure if I wait until the morning when the outdoor and indoor temperatures are about the same, then they'll be able to adjust to living outside for a few hours and then be able to experience the gradual uplift of temperature as the day goes on, and then the gradual decrease of temperature until it's tomorrow night. Unlike mammal babies who need nourishment pretty soon after birth, these baby chicks absorbed a lot of nutrients from their yolk, and they can go a day or two without any food or water and be just fine. I will turn off the incubator though, because the house is pretty warm, and because they're finished drying off, I don't want them to overheat during the night when I'm not able to check on them. Alright guys, see you tomorrow! It's the next morning, and no more chicks have hatched, so it's time to get these guys into the brooder. Because it's the end of September and the weather is cooling off quite a bit, we have now reinstituted heat lamps to our brooders. In the spring we had heat lamps, but over the summer the nights were so warm that they didn't need heat lamps at all. But now we're back at the point where during the day they don't need them that much, whereas during the night they might need them sometimes. And today actually turned out to be quite cool and rainy, so they are going to need a heat lamp throughout the whole day today. But over the next little while, I'll be turning the heat lamp off and on regularly according to the current weather, until either the weather gets cold enough that they need it all the time, or these chicks are grown up enough that they don't need a heat lamp as much, whichever one comes first. You guys ready? Man, these guys are loud. So now in this side of the brooder, we have 15 of our newest hatched chicks, the last chicks of the year. And next to them, we have the chicks and pullets who are still a bit young to go in the barn. As you can see from the number of older chicks in this brooder, we have had quite a few losses. Most of the chicks we've lost have been wasting away and dying, and we've been trying different things, but we're not entirely sure what's going on. But we do still have some survivors, which is nice. And now we have these little guys, and hopefully they will be better than the last few batches, and hopefully most, if not all of them, will survive well. I'm just looking at these guys, and I see future broody hens, future roosters. Of course, I can envision a whole bunch of meat on our table and eggs that'll be laid. Some really awesome chickens here. So that was the last hatching. I'm not sure about you guys, but I love the process of incubating and hatching chicks. Raising them isn't quite as fun because they go from super cute to less and less cute, but this newborn stage when they're so fluffy and so cute, I just think is adorable and so fun.